You have to go around the room again. All right, click it or ticket. Seatbelts do save lives. The seatbelt, also known as safety belt, the seatbelt was invented by an English engineer named George Cayley in the 19th century. Seatbelts are a vehicle safety device that is designed to secure occupant to a vehicle against harmful movements that would result in collision or sudden stop. A seatbelt's function is to reduce likelihood of death or serious injury in a traffic accident by reducing the force of secondary impacts with interior strike hazards, by keeping occupants positioned correctly for the maximum effectiveness of the airbag if it's equipped, which should be equipped, and by preventing occupants from being ejected from the vehicle in a crash if the vehicle rolls over. When driving, the drivers and passengers are traveling at the same speed as the car. If the car suddenly stops or crashes, the drivers and passengers continue at the same speed the car was going before it stopped. The seatbelt applies the opposite force to the driver and passengers to prevent them from falling out and make contact with the interior of the vehicle. We'll be talking about different types of seatbelts. There's a 2-point seatbelts. Usually you see those in airplanes. The next seatbelt is a 3-point seatbelt, which is mostly all standard cars. The 3-point seatbelt is Y-shaped arranged similar to separate the lap and the sash belts. Like the separate lap and sash belt in collision, the 3-point seatbelt spreads out the energy of the moving body over the chest, pelvis, and shoulders. Volvo introduced the first production of the 3-point seatbelt in 1959. Automatic seatbelt is in the older version of cars. You really don't see that too much. Seatbelts that automatically move in position around the vehicle occupant once the adjacent door is closed or the engine is started. They were developed as countermeasure against low usage rates of manual seatbelts, particularly in the U.S. The first car to feature the automatic cylinder seatbelt was the Toyota Cressida in 1981. The 4, 5, and 6-point seatbelts are typically found in child safety seats and racing cars. You may ask why it's important to wear seatbelts. The two major reasons I come up with is safety concerns and tickets. This accident's right here, 2 people that actually lived from this one because they were wearing the seatbelt. First thing I'm going to go over is safety concerns. Motor vehicle crashes are the leading cause of death in the first 3 decades of American lives. In 2009 alone, crashes killed over 33,000 people and injured 22 million, and more than 70% of the passengers in the vehicle and trucks. More than half people killed in crashes were not restrained, and at the time of the crash weren't wearing a seatbelt. The most effective way to prevent death and injury in a crash is to wear your seatbelt. Without any other traffic offenses, the next one I'm talking about is tickets and paying fines. I know a lot of people don't know, but there's 2 seatbelt laws. The first seatbelt, they're divided in 2 categories, primary and secondary. Primary seatbelt laws allow law enforcement officers to ticket a driver or passenger for not wearing a seatbelt without any other traffic offense taking place. Secondary seatbelt law states that law enforcement officers may use a ticket for not wearing a seatbelt only when another citable traffic infraction. So basically there's something else that he can cite the person on. Just so y'all know, like the average states for ticket price in Florida, the average ticket is $50 for not wearing your seatbelt. Georgia is $60 for not wearing your seatbelt. New York is $100 for not wearing your seatbelt. Texas is $25 and California is $100. So we know what states to ride in without wearing a seatbelt. The major steps that can be used to solve this problem is easy. It's one simple step. Basically, just wear your seatbelt. It's already been proven that seatbelts do save lives, and it also can save you from losing money from getting caught without wearing a seatbelt and paying fines. In conclusion, I hope everyone's learned more knowledge about different types of seatbelts and why it's important to wear your seatbelt. And remember 2 phrases: seatbelts do save lives, and click it or ticket. We don't want to pay any unnecessary fines that we don't want to lose our money. This concludes my persuasive speech for my speech class to inform you on why it's important to wear your seatbelts.